Hello friends, welcome back to this video on analog communication. In this video I am going to talk about the waveform of DSB-SC type of amplitude modulation and its power efficiency as well. So first I will be talking about the waveform. So when I talk about the waveform, I have the XT which represents the information signal. After that I have CT which represents the carrier signal. After which I have MT which represents the modulated signal. So now if I talk about XT is represented like this graphically. So let's suppose this is my XT. So after that I have the carrier. The carrier is represented like this graphically. Carrier is having the fixed amplitude and the fixed frequency. Its characteristics are constant as I already told you. So I am making a carrier with fixed frequency and fixed amplitude. So this is my carrier wave. So now talking about MT. MT would be XT into CT in the case of DSB-SC. So MT is XT into CT. So what will happen if I'll multiply XT and CT? So here I'll get the MT which is represented like this. So you can see from here, this was my message signal, this is my carrier signal, and this is my modulated signal. So I am writing it. So now from all of these waveforms, I can derive a conclusion that the modulated signal, its frequency just depends upon the frequency of the carrier. So MT frequency depends upon CT. And it will be 0 where XT is 0. So previously when I was talking about the double sideband full carrier, it was not having 0 amplitude even when the signal XT was 0. So when XT is 0, MT would be 0 in the case of double sideband suppressed carriers. So now this was all about the waveforms. It's the really easy part, and I hope you understood how I drew the waveforms. If you still have any doubt, you can put the doubt in the comment box. Now I'll move on to the power efficiency. So the power efficiency was given by the power of sidebands, because the sidebands contains the information. So the power of upper sideband plus the power of lower sideband upon the total power. So when I talk about the double sideband suppressed carrier, so this equation represents my MT for XT is equal to, so here I took XT is equal to AM cos omega MT. So when XT was AM cos omega MT, my MT, the modulated signal, is represented by this signal where it has two carriers. So these carriers represent the higher frequency and the lower frequency. So this frequency is omega c plus omega m, this is omega c minus omega m, and both of them has the amplitude AC plus AC into AM by 2. So now if I denote the power of the sidebands, these both represents the sideband. Actually there is no carrier. This is the sideband having the amplitude of the message signal, and this is having the features of the message signal. So here it contains the information about the message signal, it also contains the information about the message signal. So I know that the power of the sideband is equal to summation of this signal plus this signal's power. So the power is represented by amplitude square upon 2. So here the amplitude is AC AM upon 2 square upon 2, plus here also the amplitude would be AC AM 2 square upon 2. So the power of sideband would be AC square AM square upon 8 plus AC square AM square upon 8. So I can find out this. It is equal to AC square AM square upon 4. So now if I talk about total power, there is no other carrier information instead of these sidebands. So I just have the sidebands in my modulated signal. So the total power is also equal to the power of sideband. And efficiency was equal to, so PUSB plus PLSB is equal to power of sideband upon the total power. So efficiency is equal to power of sideband upon P total. So both are same, so I can write it equal to AC square AM square upon 4 divided by AC square AM square upon 4. So the power efficiency is 1. So this signal I can say it is the best efficient system. So I talked about the carrier power in my previous system, which was double sideband full carrier. So that time I said 2/3 part of the power is used by the carrier. Here whole of the power is used by the information only, but the information is sent twice. So now in my next video I'll be talking about the single sideband suppressed carrier. So there I'll be talking about how I can find out the single sideband. Here I am sending the information, same information in two sidebands. I have two upper sideband as well as two lower sidebands. So because of that, some of the power efficiency and the bandwidth efficiency is getting down. So I'll be removing all these negative effects of the double sideband suppressed carrier with the help of single sideband amplitude modulation. So I'll be stopping at this point for this video. I hope you understood each and everything. Still, if you have any doubt, you can put the doubt in the comment box and I'll try to resolve it as soon as possible. I hope you like this video. If you like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel and push the like button. Thank you.